The model can still generate text that is incorrect or nonsensical. This is because the LLM is not able to understand the prompt perfectly. If the prompt is written to ask a model to write a poem about a cat, and the LLM would generate a poem that is consistent with the prompt and that is also believed as well as realistic. Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to another interesting lecture of language model. Today we are going to discuss zero shot prompting. First, let's discuss the prerequisites. Before starting, make sure you are well experienced and extensive data pre-training. Also, you have to know how to clearly define tasks as well as work with predefined classes, labels, or categories. Let's discuss our objectives. In today's session, we will discuss how to enhance LLM ability to handle different tasks they have never seen before. That means understanding the context of a task or a query and enhancing adaptability. At the end, we will try to make these models more flexible and adaptable. Here's the agenda for today. We will be going through this presentation with this agenda. We will start with introduction, then we see why we need zero shot prompts, and then we will see the effectiveness of zero shot prompt. After this, we will discuss few short prompt techniques, and then we will see some implementation aspects. And after this, we will compare the zero shot prompt with other prompting techniques and strategies. After this, we will discuss some challenges that are also associated with the zero shot prompting. And at the end, we will discuss the conclusion. Okay, let's begin from a very basic. The zero shot prompting work by first transforming the prompt into a form that is more easily understood by the LLM. This is done by the prompt into a form that is more easily understood by the large language model. So the LLM then generate the text by predicting the most relevant next word in a sequence. The LLM is trained on a dataset of text, and it uses this knowledge to generate text that is consistent with the prompt. The model can still generate text that is incorrect or nonsensical. This is because the LLM is not able to understand the prompt perfectly. Let's further break it down into simple steps. The whole procedure consists of the following components, like prompt, which is basically a short piece of text that is given to the LLM to help it for generating text. The prompt can be a question, it can be a statement or a description. Then we have dataset. This is a large corpus of text that is used to train the LLM. The dataset can be a collection of books, articles, websites, or other form of text. So then we have LLM, which is a large language model that is trained on a huge dataset. As we know that the LLM can generate text, it can translate languages, it can write different kind of creative contents, and it can answer to a question in more informative way. So the next thing is prompt conditioning. This is a process of transforming a prompt into a form that is more easily understood by the LLM. This can involve removing stop words, stemming words, and converting the prompt to a vector representation. Then we have text generation. This is basically the process of generating text from the LLM, where the LLM generates text by predicting the next word in a sequence. So let's see why the zero shot prompt is needed for LLM. As we know that zero shot prompt is a technique for generating text without any prior knowledge for the topic. The LLM is given a prompt that describes the topic, and the LLM generate the text that is consistent with that prompt. When new tasks pop up, these models can quickly adapt and generate some relevant responses. So it's a perfect thing for applications that are always evolving or adding new tasks. So in addition, I would like to add one more thing for those multilingual applications which are using zero shot. Then zero shot make it easy for model to understand and generate text in different languages. So zero shot prompting is needed because it allows the LLM to generate text on a wider range of topics without zero shot prompting. So the LLM would only be able to generate text on the topic that it has been trained on. Let's understand the concept. Uh, we have two different scenarios. Okay, scenario one is providing exact output based on the trustfulness and reality check. Here, the prompt asks the LLM to generate a text that is consistent with the trustfulness as well as reality check. Let's consider a simple example. If the prompt is written to ask a model to write a poem about a cat, and the LLM would generate a poem that is consistent with the prompt and that is also believed as well as realistic. Let's see the second scenario. Give predicted output against the recommendation list. So how we can craft this type of prompt? This prompt asks the LLM to generate the text that is consistent with the recommendation list. For example, if you write a prompt to ask the model like this, based on the movies you have watched, including Multiplicity, Mission Impossible, 12 Monkey, and The Bulletproof, can you recommend 10 movies to me? The LLM would generate a list of 10 movies that are consistent with the prompt and that are also recommended by the LLM. Now let's look at the zero shot prompt where it stand up against other strategies. Here we are talking about training LLM like GPT-3 with a considerable 6.7 or 13 billion parameter model. It's like having different strategies to accommodate to different models, all which are where all models are designed to stand up uh, based on their hyperparameters. So in comparison, zero shot prompt perform much better than other prompts in most cases. This is because zero shot prompt do not require the LLMs to have any prior knowledge of the topic. This makes them more versatile as well as can be used to generate text on a wider range of topics. But zero shot prompts are not always better than others. For example, the simple colon perform worse than the OpenAI prompt in some cases. This is because the simple colon prompt are less specified and can lead to the LLM generation where it is generating text and not relevant to the prompt. Okay, let's do this practically. So first you need to choose a pre-trained model, then you need to define categories or labels, then you will craft prompts, let the model to infer new task input. Next you need to choose multilingual pre-trained model, then define languages, craft questions, and let the model to do the rest. It's like giving the model a new power block. Let's understand a simple example. A zero shot prompt like write a new article about the latest scientific discovery that could revolutionize the way we live. This is a question we are going to ask from a language model. This prompt is also specific enough to give the LLM a good idea of what you want it to generate, but it is basically open-ended enough to allow the LLM to be creative. The prompt also avoid being harmful, unethical, racist, bigot, as well as dangerous or illegal. So let's move to the next step. Immediately after the previous step, the prompt is then processed by the prompt preparing module, which basically removes stop words and then stem words and convert the prompt to a vector representation. Here, the vector representation of the prompt is then feed to the LLM, which generate the text by predicting the next word in the sequence. So then, after this, sample prompts and sample related to the task. Why this is important? Because to give the LLM a better understanding of the task and to help it to generate more accurate text, we need to provide some sample prompts and examples related to the task. So next we have knowledge of the LLM model API for inferences. How it can help. So this is important so that the user can interact with the LLM and get the results whatever they are needed. Okay, there are some challenges associated with the techniques. Zero shot modules sometimes flexible but might not have all the answers, especially the large language models. A small twist in phrasing could lead to the unexpected result sometimes. These models might struggle with deeply understanding context or amplifying the biases. So let's conclude the whole discussion. Okay, at the end, zero shot prompting is not just a technique. These models adapt and learn simultaneously, saving time and resources while generating the relevant output. So, zero shot prompting is not just about expanding the horizon of the language model, it's about shaping the future of AI across a wide range of fields.